I think it's okay to lack direction throughout a career. I think at times we all want to have it figured out. We want just our path to be linear, to know where we're going, how long it's going to take, how successful we're going to be. But, the reality is you will get off track, you will lose your direction. And I've learned that, there's a beauty in the unknown, and there's an authenticity that comes by embracing it. Certain things you can only figure out really just by doing the work and experimenting, failing, struggling. And not everything is always going to make sense, but it doesn't have to. In the end, you just have to trust the process. You got to stay curious, and you got to just keep moving forward. Okay, part 2. I think when we first start creating art, there's just an innocence to it, just an acceptance that we're going to make mistakes, and with that comes an energy and a uniqueness. I think as we progress, we start to label ourselves just based on what we like to create. And in doing that, we essentially put ourselves in a box and we say, this is the type of work that I make, and this is what I'm known for. And before you know it, your art starts to become rigid, and it just loses that vibrance or that experimentation that's present at the start. It's not necessarily that labels are bad, but you need to be able to move beyond them if they no longer make sense. Really, everything you do matters, even if it might not seem like it. It's all part of the process, big or small, and it all really shapes who you become in the end. Part 3. I think the most important thing that I've learned is just that you really have to create the work that you truly love. And you got to stay true to that regardless just of how popular it may or it may not be. Sometimes we get so caught up in the response to our work that it ends up just shaping how and what we create. And really, it's just so important that you focus on what moves you and just make sure that you give it the time it needs to take shape and to mature. Nothing important is accomplished overnight, and it takes time to really understand what your vision is and what you're trying to say. I think the most important thing is just to get out and just to keep working. Even if that means 2 years of work that you're not really happy with. In the end, it all matters, and it all moves you forward.